What's up, guys, and welcome to the GFSC Podcast. This is the fourth episode, and today we are joined by Andy Lee and
Yeah, what's up, guys?
obviously Bilal. So, Bill, what are we doing today?
Alright, today we've got a really good show for you. We're going to start off with some Premier League predictions. We didn't have it last week because of that international break, but it's back today and there's some really good games, including our game of the week. And then we've obviously got the question and answer. You've all submitted some great questions, so I'll be answering some of them. And then finally, we're finishing off with Retard of the Week. Okay, let's get straight into it now. Premier League predictions. Our first game, Crystal Palace versus Liverpool. Palace used to be a bit of a bogey team for Liverpool, but I think in recent years, especially when Klopp's come in, that's kind of gone now. But I don't know. Liverpool have had players off on international break, so
Well,
I think this will be a tough game. Andy,
Mo
what do you
Salah's
think,
done
mate?
well on. I reckon. Well, Mo Salah's done well on international break
Yeah.
to Egypt. He comes back. He's in fire form. He's all we need right now. I think we've got it.
What's your
an
score
easy win.
prediction, Andy?
I don't think we'll concede either. I think 3-0.
3-0.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's going to be a closer game than that. I think you will concede, but I think you'll nick it. I think it'll be 2-1. Like I said, you coming back off the international break. I think it'll just be a bit maybe slow to get into it, but obviously we'll still have that strength to get a win. So I'm saying 2-1. Martin, what are your thoughts?
You know, top teams that have players that actually go and play in the international break might have slight problems when coming back compared to Crystal Palace players who not as many have actually played for the national team.
That's
So
right, yeah.
I think it's not gonna be a 3-0. It might be. I'm gonna say, I don't know, 2-1 to Liverpool.
Yeah, it's kind of same thinking as me for that one. So yeah, we got three
Yep.
predictions for you then. Let's move on to the next game. Brighton versus Leicester. Brighton are one of those teams that they're doing okay for the team they have, especially obviously because they've been just promoted.
Yeah.
They're playing at home, but I think Leicester just going to be too strong for them. Ever since Poole's come in for them, he's been brilliant. So yeah, 2-0 Leicester for me. Andy, what do you think?
Well, they're both actually in decent form, and because Brighton lost their last game, but before that, I think they were like 3 unbeaten. So I think they're gonna draw 1-1 for me.
1-0. Okay, that's a decent prediction. To be fair, Martin.
Uh, don't have much to say on this one. I think as well it will be a draw, but I'm gonna say a shit match. I think it'll be 0-0.
0-0. Okay. The next game we have second place Manchester United versus Swansea. Swansea, since Carlos Carvajal has come in, they've been absolutely brilliant. I mean, a lot of people thought they were like certain to go down, but now I think they will stay up. And
Yeah.
I know this is at Old Trafford, but again, after the international break, I can see a few United players being shaky. I'm actually going to go for a Swansea win in this one. It's obviously risky to do so, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I think Carlos Carvalhal's going to get one over on his fellow international Portuguese friend, Mourinho. I think 2-1 Swansea. So, Andy, what do you think, man?
Yeah, I can see what you mean, and as much as I'd like them to win, uh, I reckon United will edge it because it's at home. I think they'll win 1-0.
Yeah, it's not gonna be. They're not gonna
And
blow
they've come
Swansea
off
away.
beating Liverpool as well, so
Yeah.
that's certainly a confidence booster.
Martin.
Yeah, well, I agree that United might be a little shaky and that Swansea are doing much better. And yeah, actually, at the beginning of the season, it's mad. Everyone thought Swansea was certainly getting relegated, but now they're like 14th.
Yeah.
So that's good. I think it'll be like 1-1. That's what I'm gonna go with.
Yeah.
1-1. And I hope so. I want Liverpool to be second over Man U, so I
That's what I'm
hope they
thinking.
drop as many points.
Yeah. I don't know what it is. Like I say, Carlos has just completely changed Swansea around. I think that they're a good team now. They're playing
Yeah.
nice football. I think they will stay up, and I actually think they'll nick a win here. So our next game is Newcastle versus Huddersfield at St James's Park. Two teams pretty similar this season. They're both in near about the same position in the league. Not much to say about this one. I think they'll both stay up, of course. Even though some people might think Huddersfield will go down, but I don't know. I'll say 2-2. Andy?
Well, Huddersfield struggled to score in the past few games, and Newcastle are really defensive as well. So I think it's going to be 0-0. It's just going to be a ball draw.
Okay, good. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, Martin?
Well, Newcastle are a home team. Newcastle have scored more than Huddersfield and conceded less. They are in front of them, yet having a game less. So I think Newcastle are going to win this one 1-0 to Newcastle.
Newcastle, yeah. So the next game, Watford versus Bournemouth. Watford, the home team here. Don't know what to make of Watford this season.
This is going to be a top match.
It's going to be. They're both actually good to watch, aren't they? Watford versus Bournemouth. They're both playing good football.
Yeah, they play nice football for teams that are
I just think
mid-table.
Watford are just obviously. I think Watford are stronger. I'm going to say Watford 2-0. Watford 2-0, guys. What about you, Andy?
I reckon it'll be a bit more high scoring because they're both shoddy defensively, but they're going to play some attractive football, like you said. So I think Watford are going to come away with it 3-1.
Okay, Martin.
Well, they're on the same number of points with the same matches, similar goal difference. So, yeah, this should be an interesting game. I think it's kind of unpredictable. I'm going to say 2-0 to Watford.
2-0 to Watford, it's the same as mine there.
Yeah, being the home team, I think they'll take this one. I think that they just have more quality.
Yeah. Next game is West Brom versus Burnley. Let's be honest, guys. West Brom are down now.
Oh, they've got no hope.
Fucking God, man.
They've got a massive
Finally.
gap with 19th, I'm pretty sure. Well, not massive, but significant
Honestly,
margin.
I think, obviously being a
And
Wolves fan,
Burnley are doing
I
so well.
naturally hate West Brom, but like, I think almost everybody that's not a West Brom fan actually fucking hates West Brom.
them. True.
It's about time they're going down, basically.
Yeah, they're like the new Sunderland.
There
much.
will be. They've got financial problems, everything.
Yeah, they have a lot of
Fucking
issues, and
down.
those issues don't help either, which is why I think Burnley are gonna.
Burnley gonna
kill
blow
them.
them away. West Brom are the home team, but it doesn't really matter in this situation. Burnley are flipping.
And
Burnley have been
Alan
brilliant this season.
Pardew, he's never been a good manager. Let's be honest.
He's an absolute fraud, man.
I don't know how they got him, but
Yeah, I'm saying Burnley 3-0 for this one, guys. 3-0 to Burnley.
Yeah, that's realistic.
Yeah, Martin, what's your thoughts on this?
Well, West Brom are fucking shit. They've lost 8 matches in a row. 8 matches in a row, man. They've conceded 49 goals. Burnley have conceded half of that, 26.
Yeah.
And Burnley have also scored more. West Brom are last. Burnley are like battling for 6th place against these shit Arsenal. So I think, as you said, Burnley are definitely gonna win. I must say that on 2-0.
Clean sweep, Andy.
Yeah, I reckon 2-0.
Being the away team, I don't.
Yeah.
I still think 2-0. I don't think West Brom will be able to score against them because Burnley are so solid defensively as well.
They are solid
Exactly.
defensively. I mean, in the last few matches, we have seen West Brom take the lead and then lose, but here I think Burnley, their defence is brilliant. They've got a good keeper as well. Obviously, both involved, Tarkowski and Pope involved with England during the international break. Yeah, pretty solid Burnley. I don't think they'll concede. So, yeah. Next game is West Ham versus Southampton. Two teams that are right down there, and this could be a really, really important game. I don't know. West Ham, they've got all sorts of trouble at the moment. Their fans running onto the pitch in the game we saw last week before the international break. It's just not what you want to see at a football club. West Ham fans, I know some of them don't even want to go to games because of all the fighting that's happening in stands. It's just not a nice atmosphere at the moment. So for that reason, I just don't think it's going to help them on the pitch as well. I'm going to say Southampton 2, West Ham 1.
Yeah.
Alright, so that's my thoughts on that game. Andy, what do you think?
Yeah, normally I'd say, home team's got a bit of an advantage, but, West Ham obviously aren't very good at home. Or they don't really like their home a lot. So, yeah, I think Southampton 2-1 as well.
Yeah, is that the same for you, Martin, or do you think West Ham will take this one? I know you got a bit of a soft spot for West Ham. So
Yeah,
your view's going to be
I
interesting
do.
on this.
I think West Ham will win. They are in front of Southampton, and they have the better attack, scoring 7 more goals, but they have a significantly shitter defense, conceding 13 more.
Uh-huh.
But they are the home
Yeah.
team, and I don't know. This is kind of more of me hoping than me actually thinking, but I must say West Ham 1-0.
West Ham 1-0. That's fair enough. It can go either way, to be fair.
Yeah,
But
it's gonna be a great game
yeah,
too, I think.
and it's a must-win game for both teams. It really is. It's going to be. Hopefully, it's
Six
going to be a
pointer.
good game. Yeah, because you'd have to say whoever wins that game has got a really good chance of staying up.
Yeah, it's a really important one.
Yeah. Okay. Next game, Everton versus Man City. Again, there's not a lot to say about this game. Everton not going down, not going anywhere else. Got nothing to play for. Man City, they've practically won the league, so it's going to be a standard win for Man City, 3-0 in my opinion. Andy?
I reckon 3-1. I think
Yeah.
Cenk Tosun might score.
Throw that one in there.
Yeah.
It's quite
like I
nice.
said,
You're giving a goal
easy
to
game.
Everton, man. Quite nice of you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Martin?
I quite liked him before he moved.
Yeah.
You don't like him
I
anymore?
must say, I must just say City 2-0. Not much to it. I don't know.
Yeah,
That's
City 2. No, there's not much to say about that game at all because it's a pointless game, to be honest.
Self-explanatory, mate. City are just too good.
So that's all the Saturday's fixtures done. The next fixtures are on Sunday, and the first game is Arsenal versus Stoke. Now, Martin, you can start us off on this one, Martin.
All right, Arsenal. I don't know. They're just shit. Stoke.
Basically, in a nutshell, they're just shit.
Yeah, they're shit. I don't know what to say. Stoke can be a tricky team to play against, but they're also quite shit. So I just hope Arsenal kind of fall. I want to see Burnley do well, but
Yeah.
I don't think they will. Arsenal being at home.
Yeah,
I must say 2-1 to Arsenal.
fair enough. Andy, do you have the same thoughts?
I think 3-1, similar to what he said. Like Arsenal, yeah, they're bad. Stoke even worse. But Arsenal do have a shoddy defense.
Yeah.
But I think Mkhitaryan, Ozil, Aubameyang, they can get the job done.
You think they'll click on the
Sorry,
pitch?
what?
Do you think they'll click?
Next season, yeah, I think it all depends if Wenger stays or leaves. To be honest,
Probably, yeah, most likely.
I feel like it's not the players' problem; it's his now.
Yeah, I suppose so. You know what? Stoke have also been a bogey team for Arsenal over the last few years. I know Arsenal don't like playing them at all.
Yeah, because of Ryan
Yeah.
Shawcross.
You think Ramsey
Yeah.
shits himself every time he sees him?
Yeah, I would.
Yeah, that was a
If I was
fucking
Shawcross,
insane injury.
if I was Shawcross, I'd like proper tight mark Ramsey, just take the piss, just to be a dickhead.
Yeah, Shawcross is like Will
Yeah.
Harding's bigger, badder cousin who he calls for when he gets bullied at school.
Proper
Yeah.
Brexit player.
Yeah, Barry Stanton's 5-side.
Yeah, alright, so my prediction for this one, it's going to be, I'm saying 1-0 to Arsenal. Arsenal do like 1-0 wins traditionally.
Yeah, they're shit. That's why.
they're not gonna blow Stoke away. It's gonna be a win. I'm gonna say 1-0. 1-0 to the Arsenal.
It's gonna be a boring match.
Probably most likely it's gonna be a boring match. But saying that, Stoke really do need a win because they're right down the bottom as well, and I think they probably will get relegated this season.
Because you said Stoke have been a bogey team to Arsenal, I just
Yeah.
wanted that Stoke have been a bogey team to every big team. To be fair,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that was back when Tony
The-
Pulis is there.
they're always tricky to play against.
Okay, guys. Okay, it's the big one now. Game of the week. Stamford Bridge, Chelsea versus Tottenham Hotspurs. This is a big game. Chelsea need the win. They are 5 points behind Tottenham at the moment. They really want to get that top four because obviously the Champions League not won that, so they need that top four for Champions League football. I think considering they need to win it, I don't know. I think with Chelsea they've been so inconsistent. because they're both such good teams. This is such a hard game to predict. Andy, do
Yeah,
you want
the
to start
shit.
us off on this one?
Yeah, I
I
feel
want to
like
gather my
okay, so
thoughts a
like
little bit because I
I'll
feel like
start
I've got a bit
saying
more to say.
I think Chelsea would win.
Yeah.
Will win. I think they'll beat Tottenham. But there's not a lot separating these two teams, and these two teams are so close to being top teams. Both of them, they've got all the right players. Oh, Tottenham, I feel like the only problem with them, they need a bit more squad depth.
Yeah.
And as for Chelsea, I think they need some more tactical flexibility, because with the three at the back, yeah, it's proven itself. They won the league in the first season. They used it with Conte, but this season it's been exposed pretty much.
Yeah.
And they've got all the right ingredients, but I also feel like there's a lot of dressing room problems with Chelsea. So
Do you think that they're not happy with Conte as manager? Do you think the players?
100%, 100%.
Yeah.
I feel like since they've got that culture of quick fire managers, like they've had a lot over the past years, like Di Matteo, Benitez, Ancelotti, Mourinho's come back twice, or however many times. And even though like rumors about Conte leaving after they won the league, so I think the dressing rooms, he's already lost half of it, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And I think if he doesn't make Champions League this season, I can see him leaving.
Because you got to say, Abramovich, considering all the money he puts into the team every single season and all the money he has put in previously, he would not settle for fifth place in the
Yeah,
league. That would just be
100%.
complete failure. I mean, considering they won the league last season, even second place is a failure to Abramovich. I'm quite surprised that Conte hasn't gone already, because we know
Yeah.
that Abramovich is trigger happy. So
And also, I feel like I still think Chelsea will win this game, and it's because Chelsea are at home, and Tottenham haven't beaten Chelsea in a long, long time at Stamford Bridge, and I don't see them doing it this
yeah,
game either. But I feel like Chelsea's new signings, they've not been that good. So like with last season, they had Conte. Oh no, they had Kante. Sorry, come in. Players like that are where the impact is.
yeah,
Danny Drinkwater, Ross Barkley, they're not going to take you to the next level.
yeah. That's so true. That's another thing that annoys me about Chelsea. They bang on, their fans bang on about talented youngsters that they have in their team. They just end up loaning them season after season, and
Yeah, to the test.
then exactly to Vitesse or to some championship club like Barnsley or Bristol City, and then in the end they just end up selling them, and I just don't know what it is with them, because um, you say that they've brought in Drinkwater and Barkley, but look at one of the players they have in their books. They've got Ruben Loftus-Cheek on their books. I'd rather have him
Yeah,
in my squad any
they,
day than
exactly. And that's
Drinkwater and Ross
$30
Barkley.
million down.
Exactly, it's absolutely pathetic, and a lot of
And
Chelsea fans will agree with
strikers.
me.
Yeah, and like for the striker, they had Batshuayi is on loan now, but they had Tammy Abraham sitting there. I'm not saying Tammy Abraham's better than
No,
Michy
of course not.
Batshuayi.
Yeah, I know.
He's certainly a top
Yeah.
player, and he will go into a top player. So
But you
they
know
could
what?
have just used
It's
season.
worth a shot at putting these players in there. But what's gonna hurt you? Look at Man United and Rashford. Did they loan him out? No, they put him in there. They put him in the squad, and he's doing brilliantly. I think if Chelsea tried that with Ruben Loftus-Cheek and players like Tammy Abraham, they could get somewhere, But it's
Yeah,
not to be, man.
but that being said, I still think Chelsea have a really good team, because
Yeah.
you got to consider like Drinkwater and Barkley. They're just like reserves and subs for them. They're squad depth, and that's pretty good squad depth to have.
Yeah,
And that's my main concern with Tottenham. They don't have that much depth.
yeah,
So when they've got Tottenham are one of the best teams in the league. I don't see why they can't win the league
yeah,
with that starting 11 they have. But the people after, so like Harry Kane's injured now. They're going to bring in Llorente. That he is
Yeah.
nowhere near. He doesn't deserve to polish Harry Kane's boots.
yeah,
Son, Ericsson, Dele, they're all good. Yeah, and they've got people like Sissoko replacing Son off the bench. He's not going to do anything. He's useless. Costs quite a bit of money as well. Frankly, a waste. But then they've got other players like Moussa Dembele. Moussa Dembele is a world-class player, in my opinion. He's one of the most underrated players in the world. But then when he's out, Eric Dyer is really not that good anymore either.
Nah, I don't rate it.
He was pretty hyped up. I think the problem with Eric Dyer is the mental side of his game. You see him lapse out of the game. And you've got Harry Winks. I like them playing him, I think he's got a lot of talent,
Yeah,
but he's still not up to that standard yet. They need to
Exactly.
get someone more
exactly.
reliable.
So with all that being said, what's your score prediction for the Chelsea Tottenham game?
I think Chelsea will win 3-2.
3-2. So it's going to be a good match in your opinion, very good match.
Yeah, I think Tottenham
Yeah.
will go out.
I'm also
attack.
going to predict a Chelsea win. I'm going to say 2-0 though. I think Chelsea, they need the win a lot more than Tottenham do, considering they're 5 points behind Tottenham, outside of the top 4. Martin, what are your thoughts on this, man?
Yeah, well, as you said, that difference from 54th place is really important, especially for a team like Chelsea who want to play Champions League football. They're 5 points behind Tottenham, and this win could take them to only 2-point difference.
Yeah.
Now, I love my stats, so I'm gonna mention this.
You do love
Tottenham
your stats.
Tottenham have scored more, and they have conceded less. They have their top scorer is Harry Kane with 24 goals, and the second is Heung-min Son with 12.
Oh, what a legend.
Son is so underrated.
Yeah,
well,
Kane
Chelsea's-
is injured though. That's the problem.
Yeah.
While Chelsea's best is 11 goals, Hazard, and second best is Morata. So
So it's
Tottenham
not
have
even
two
their striker, that's their top scorer.
Yeah, exactly. Tottenham have 2 players in front of Chelsea's top scorer. So also, I think Tottenham would just play better football. I always like them more, rate them more, but Chelsea being the home team and Chelsea just being Chelsea, they do have a squad, to be fair, as Andy said. I do think they'll win this, but I hope they don't.
What's your score prediction, Martin?
So I'm going to say 2-1 to Chelsea.
2-1 to Chelsea. So yeah, without a doubt, I reckon it's going to be a really good game. It's not going to be a 0-0.
Yeah.
Definitely. They're both going to go for it.
Hopefully.
Tottenham want to get away from. They want to make that gap bigger. Chelsea need to close that gap down. So we are going to see
True.
a really good game. But yeah, so I think we all said a Chelsea win, didn't we? We all said Chelsea win.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so it's a clean sweep for Chelsea. We'll have to find out how that goes. And obviously, if you're on the group, join in on the match thread because we all know that's going to be a good one.
Yeah. All right, guys. So now we're doing the Q&A segment of the show. And you've got a question from Abdul. He asks, who will win the championship playoffs and why? And how will the games go down tactically between the potential candidates? Directed to Bill.
I love questions from this pirate, man. Abdul, I love you, man.
I'm going to smash his head in when he comes to Australia.
He's a snake. fucking little snake.
Degenerate. No, it's a good question, to be honest. It's a really good question. So, he wants to know who will win the playoffs and how the games go down. It's a tough one, you know, because there's because the playoffs aren't finalized yet. Basically, from 3rd to 10th down can get in the playoffs, which is absolutely crazy. I'm gonna say the playoff final is going to be Fulham versus Middlesbrough, and I'm gonna say Fulham are gonna win it 2-0. I just think Fulham have been so strong towards the end of the season. I mean, they played us and they beat us. I mean, we didn't have a few of our best players playing, but still, it was a brilliant result for them. I think, Fulham will win it. It'll be Fulham Middlesbrough final. I just think they're too good. I think they will go up.
Fair enough.
Yep.
I don't really have much to say on that. I don't
No, I don't
follow.
have an opinion on that.
So, all right. Okay, so great answer there. Now we've got a question from Tariq. Do you think that there will be surprising performances at the World Cup from certain
Good
players
question.
now?
Good question.
Yeah, I just wanted to quickly before taking my turn later. I just wanted to say there's gonna be a surprising performance, and it's gonna be Dembele and how shit he'll perform. Little fucking bitch.
Really? You started already, Martin?
All right.
I'm
I'm gonna get into it. I'm gonna get into it later. So, Bill, what you think about this one?
Well, I think Hakim Ziyech, you know, the one who plays for Ajax, Moroccan.
Yeah.
I think I've liked what I've seen of him this season. Let me just get his stats up here.
True.
So he's had 28 appearances. He's scored 8 goals and he's got 12 assists. I think that's brilliant. I know it is the Dutch league. It's not great, but when you see this guy play, he is talented. And
True.
especially for Morocco, I've been following their international friendly matches because one of the Wolves players plays centre back for them, Romain Saiss.
Yeah.
Didn't you flip him off in the car?
Yeah, funny story. Okay, so I was going through at the traffic lights. He's meant to give me way. He's meant to give way to the right, yeah. He didn't give way. I was
Yeah.
about to cuss him down. Then I realised who it was. I was like, oh shit, all right, never mind. You get a free pass, man. Anyone else, I would have cussed him down, but he was Romain Saiss. That was the highlight of my week, man.
That's fucking sick, bro.
But yeah, back to your question, Tariq. So yeah, I think Hakim Ziyech. I think he's gonna be really good at the World Cup. He's gonna surprise people, as are Morocco.
Yep.
So yeah, that's my pick, Tariq.
That decent one. Andy?
So this player's not really a, not known player, but I think Isco will do really well at the World Cup
Oh, I hope so.
because he's always been. I think he's really underrated at Real Madrid. Obviously,
Yeah.
they've got Ronaldo,
Very
Cruz,
underrated. Yeah.
yeah, but I feel like Isco's always been there. He's always been doing well, and the World Cup, Spain are looking decent, and it's his time to shine. I think.
Yeah, I agree.
That's a good one. Actually, my thought about this question was also Isco, so I'm not gonna add much more to that.
Okay, great.
I just totally agree with what you said. I think the top players will perform. It's the biggest stage in football that only happens once every 4 years, so they always give it their all. I think they'll. I hope they'll all perform. It'll be a competitive World Cup. And yeah, some young players like Isco might shine. I hope so. At least he's a great player. Now we've got a question from Patrick Newell for Andy. How do you rate Australia's chances at the World Cup?
Honestly, I've got a mixed view on it. So after the first game with Burton Charge, we lost 4-1 to Norway, a team that's not even in the World Cup. They're as bad as Italy. And but after that, we drew 0-0 with Colombia, and Colombia beat France. Obviously, football logic doesn't work like that.
Yep.
But seeing as we were able to hold Colombia to a draw, I feel like we can beat Peru. We'll definitely lose to France, I think. And my question's at Denmark, if we can pull an upset. But to
Yep.
be honest, I think Denmark will edge it past us. I think 1 win and 2 losses. That's my view.
That's
All right,
not
that's
bad,
good.
Yeah. You
So-
know what? They have got that strength to go through. So we'll see how
Yeah.
they do. I think they do better than everybody expects. Basically, so that's my quick take on that.
Yeah, I just don't know with Bert, because I don't know how you lose to Norway 4-1 and then draw to Colombia 0-0.
Yeah,
Weird.
just a little comparison. Macedonia
Yeah.
won versus Norway 2-0,
Yeah,
and Macedonia drew versus Italy away 1-1.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's
Eh,
weird. International
And
football.
we're
Italy are shit
and we're
though,
on
and we all know whose fault that is. Fucking Lorenzo.
yeah
Yeah.
for what
You know
how's-
what? I bet he's not even listening to the show. That's how much of a cunt he is.
He probably doesn't speak English.
yeah uses Google Translate, man. All right.
Alright.
So the next question that I want to answer is from John Hotchkiss, and sorry if I butcher your last name, mate. And his question is, who is the most overrated young player in football now? Oh my God. You know what, Bill, Andy, I'm gonna leave this up to you first. So Andy, what you saying?
Oh,
Who's the most overrated footballer or youngster?
overrated
Young
young player.
football.
Oh, that's a really
That's put me on the
difficult.
fucking
No,
spot. I don't even know.
It's
The easiest question I've had to answer in my life, man.
You know what,
Um,
Martin? We're stuck here, mate. You can go for it if you want.
no, I've
Alright.
got something in mind.
I don't know.
Think-
Like he's long
No.
from overrated, but I think Martin Odegaard was very, very, very
Think-
overrated.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna add something to that. Think about it while I rant on. So
Go
it's
on.
Ousmane Dembele. It's not even a question. No one has seen any type of decent play from that kid. he can get the ball and shoot and maybe score, and that's gonna be the highlight. You don't see him connect play. You don't see him show that stardom that Asensio does. He's just shit. He's overrated. He's a better freestyler than he is a footballer. He should fuck off to YouTube and not play football.
YouTube.
We're just gonna start filming with the skill twins.
Do you remember when Joey Barton called Neymar a YouTube boy? Oh, he's catness in real life. Yeah. Well, this is Dembele. Dembele's horseshit. So, he's easily the most overrated youngster. I can't understand how anyone paid over 100 million for him. I wouldn't pay. Oh my god. Oof, whatever. I don't have any more to add to that. I'm getting pissed off talking about it. Yeah. He's just jack shit.
That was the weekly Martin Dembele rant.
Yeah. I'm saving the best for the upcoming episodes. I've not even.
Yeah, you wouldn't even care if a kid got a career-ending injury with you. You'd be happy for him, wouldn't you?
I don't hate him I don't know how
you
you
wouldn't care, man. You wouldn't care. Don't lie it. You wouldn't care.
He hates him on a personal level. What did he do to you, mate?
Andy deserves a better career than Dembele, and I'm not even joking. I see him as if you can shoot the ball from 20 meters, if you have an average shot, you can be Ousmane Dembele. Just stay healthy and have a natural talent for
podcast.
Have a natural talent for sprinting, and you can be Dembele.
Okay.
Like Usain Bolt is a better footballer than Dembele. All right, so that's what I think about Dembele. You all know what I think about Dembele. So Andy, anything to add?
Oh yeah, no, not on Martin Odegaard. Alex Iwobi, I think he's really overrated as well.
That's probably mine as well. Iwobi, he was overhyped as fuck, but he's shit.
Yeah, and he still plays pretty regularly, but there's nothing about him.
I'm being genuinely honest here. He's in the Arsenal team, but he would not get into this Wolves team. I'm being genuinely honest with you. He would not get into this team.
Yeah.
Ahead of Jota, Cavaleiro, Costa, no chance at all.
Yeah.
And I saw apparently because his uncle's JJ Okocha.
That's what he's known for. His uncle's JJ Okocha.
Yeah, no. That's why I'm pretty sure his mom pushed football onto him really hard.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah, so that's not a good thing. Yeah, so.
He's better than Dembele though.
Yeah. Okay, let's move on, Martin.
All right, so we've got a question here from Dana.
By the way, she wants to put this out. She said her name's not Dana. Her name's Dana. So she told me to put that out there, basically.
Who the fuck thought her name is Dana?
A lot of people think her name's Dana.
Yeah, and a lot of people think Dana is a male's name. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
They think Dana's a guy. A lot of people think Dana's a guy. She's not a guy. She's a girl.
Well, yeah, as far as we know. Anyways, her question is, what is the reason behind Ceballos' continuous omission from the squad?
From the Real Madrid squad, yeah? Is that from the Real Madrid
squad?
Wait, Sabali. Oh,
yeah.
Okay, yeah. No.
Any particular reason in mind? Well, the first reason that comes to mind is that Zidane is a nutcase. I don't know anything else. I mean, Ceballos is a great talent. He's shown that that's proven he's a talent. He might not have proven himself that he is a top player yet, but we all know he has talent and that he can be a top player. So not giving him chances when he's got stats and shit to back it up that he can play fucking football at a great level and that he has great potential. I don't understand it, except if they have anything on, a personal level, which I don't see why.
No,
then
you
I don't
see anything for that to be on a personal level, like.
Yeah.
What, he shagged his son?
Yeah, probably.
What do you think about this one? Have you got any thoughts on this one?
Well, I don't watch Real Madrid that much.
Yeah.
But he is the central midfielder, right? And seeing as they've got so many players in that role,
Yeah.
I don't think it's bad, but I just don't think it's going to be easy for them to ease. I mean, they got Toni Kroos, Luka Modric, who else? Casemiro.
But then we move on
And
to the
they've
argument.
got Kovacic as well. Don't forget about him. He wasn't cheap,
Okay, yeah.
so they have an obligation to play him. I feel like clubs have an obligation to
Yeah.
play someone if he
True.
costs a certain amount.
But then you move on to the argument of young footballers being given a chance, and you know how we were talking about with
Oh yeah,
with
definitely.
Chelsea.
Like, I'm all for him getting a chance, but it's just that he
Because-
going to get one?
Madrid aren't having the best of seasons, so what's the harm in giving him maybe half an hour game time?
Exactly.
If he does good
Yeah,
in that, start him
exactly.
in the next game. Take him off after 60 minutes. Just give the kid a chance, see what he can do. Because you know what?
Exactly.
At the end of the day, they could lose talent like that, and he could go elsewhere. If his agent thinks, you know what, this isn't the right place for you, and then they've lost
True.
a great talent. So
True.
that's
Exactly.
my view on that. So I think Zidane should really give him a go.
Exactly. I agree. I mean, we have Kovacic, Modric, Kroos, Casemiro, Marcos Llorente. Quite a few players playing in that role, but when they are given minutes, Ceballos should be too. I mean,
Yeah.
he was like the best player. He was given the award for the best player in the Euro U21. So that's a whole tournament which Dembele didn't play in because Macedonia knocked him out.
Yeah.
That's a whole under 21 tournament that he was the top player. I mean, like, you can't ask for more than that. He's just a great talent. He's from
Hopefully
Spain.
that answers your question,
Yeah.
Dana.
Exactly. So now we're going into the last segment of the show. It's a great one. It's the retard of the week. We've got a lot of retards to pick from.
You know what? We could put so
and
many
we-
people in here if we wanted to. Like if we had the
Oh
time.
yeah, no. We could do another separate podcast for this. I'll host it.
Retard of the week
And-
podcast. That's not a bad idea, you know.
Yeah, Abdul
Exactly.
starts first every
And-
week.
To be honest, there's not many people better than Andy to roast other people. So I'm gonna leave it up to him. Andy, what you gotta say?
Yeah, my one for this week's Promise. Yeah.
Probably.
So first of all, this guy's retarded week in, week out. So there's not really much different. But it's just this week it's pissed me off because
Fucking
he's decided
consistency.
to put me as his profile photo. I don't know why. He's got my
Because
cover photo as his profile photo,
He's jealous. He's
and
not
then-
Asian.
and then he's got a new one where he's got some sort of face paint. Looks like the Black David Bowie. Probably comes with the same STIs. And you got to keep in mind, it's just the same guy who promotes shagging his own sister, and also how he's got a wonderful explanation to why rape's okay.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah, this guy's another, and he doesn't make sense ever.
This guy's just some fucked up shit, man. I saw something. He said something about how do you tell? Someone asked a question. How do you tell your mum that you're not gay? And he said flipping. I swear he said fucker or something. I swear he said fucker.
Wouldn't go beyond me, this man.
Yeah.
Like if I was his neighbor, I'd keep my pets away from him as well.
Keep your goat away from him, man. Damn.
Yeah, that's about as much. You got to see this man to feel his vibe.
Also, everyone
if
who
you call
listens
it
to
a
this
vibe.
podcast, yeah, you all know what Promise is, so you know exactly
Look,
what
I
the hell
don't know
we're
if
talking
he
about.
himself listens to this. I don't know if he has the technology to listen to this,
Oh,
but I certainly hope he does. I hope he hears this.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying not to
So-
swear, but oh god, he is fucking.
You want- Like I said, there's like so many people we could have in here, but Promise is this week's retard of the week. Does anybody else want to give a shout out to anybody else while we're here?
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to
every
a
Indian
certain
in the group.
in the podcast Q&A comment section. Goes by the name of James Olanusi. I'm going to read out his question. I'm not going to answer it because it doesn't really make sense. Can Manchester City lost any of their remain marches except from Champions League against Liverpool? Can
Well-
Alex Sanchez improve before the end of the season? And how many goals can him score before the season end? That's just my
dear.
shout out. Boy, Mr.
Oh
Olanusi.
my.
Don't worry, we'll get your
My.
ESG passes. If this makes enough
Oh,
money.
fucking hell.
Damn. Alright. So that was Retard of the Week, man. It's been a really good show, Andy. Martin, what did you think of the show, man?
Yeah, it was great. It can't really go wrong when you've got our
Can't
man
go wrong
like
when you got
Andy
Andy on the
as
show,
a
man.
guest. Exactly, bro. It was a great one. It was a great one.
Yeah, well, hope to see you lads soon.
Yep.
Especially if I don't have a cold the next time.
I know,
Might be
man.
even
What the
better.
fuck's up with that? You sound like you're getting shagged or something.
Yeah,
He's
I
probably
know.
just, yeah.
There's gonna be an ear sore. Yeah, he's right behind me right now.
Alright,
Back in the
so
cellar.
that wraps up this week's show. It's been a really good one, as we've said. We are back again next week. Martin isn't with us next week. Martin, what you up to next week, man?
Well, I'm in a football camp the whole week.
Dana, what?
In my capital, so
Good luck with that, Martin,
yeah. I'm not gonna talk about it. I don't want to talk about it because
Yeah.
I'm gonna be roasted.
No worries.
So yeah, I'm gonna keep that for myself.
Martin won't be here with us next week. Instead, Jack Dapson, who was on last week's show, he'll be co-hosting, and hopefully we will be joined by the pirate Abdul Majid.
Oh
So,
my god, can't wait for that.
If he doesn't flop
You gotta
us,
ask him about his clubbing experiences.
with the
How
white
he-
girls.
No, with old white men actually.
Oh my god, all white Canadian.
Uh,
Anyway, we'll talk about that more next week, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a good show. See you again next week. Peace out.